Mom, why didn't you ask if I was in focus?
Because I was busy talking. Oh,
when did we do these?
December 18th.
Oh, you know the day.
It was a Wednesday before Christmas. Now I've been bad.
Why?
I have not been using cuticle oil like I should be, so
You
it
and
serves
like
me right.
every single other one of my clients.
Oh,
when did we do these?
December 18th.
Oh, you know the day.
It was a Wednesday before Christmas. 7.5 weeks ago.
That's just a test to how good the product works.
There you go. You're digging into the side of my nail, so I don't know what finger you were using beside my nail.
Oh, they're sharp.
Yeah.
Because I ate them all.
Right.
Here, I'll file it. I'll like make that less sharp so I don't hurt you as much. Mom, I can't do long nails on this hand. Does that hurt you still?
It was this finger. It was
okay. How was
this
I
finger
holding
right here? So you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah,
it was
right?
whichever it was whichever finger you held me.
This one
sideways.
I hold you with.
Yeah.
And it's underneath that I was poking. Okay, yeah. So that's better.
Okay.
It's smoother now for you.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Thanks for not impaling me.
Hey everyone, so welcome to Watch Me Work on My Mom's Nails. If you guys haven't been here for my style of Watch Me Works, basically it is a conversation between me and my client, in this case my mom, as well as like some tutorial of me telling you guys what I'm doing too. So first thing I'm doing here is removing her Swarovski crystals from her previous set. Whenever I do that, I just use cuticle nippers or nail clippers because I find that works the best. I find nail clippers work a little bit better though. First thing that I'm going to do when it comes to my e-filing is just shorten her nails. As you can see, they're quite grown out, so we do want them quite a bit shorter. The next thing I'm going to do is remove the majority of the bulk of the gel nails by just having my e-file turned up quite a bit higher. Many of you guys have asked what I think of my new e-file now that I've been using it for a few months here, and I will have like a separate feature review, but I still want to kind of get my groove with it. That way I can give you guys like a true idea of what I think and if I would recommend it. I do love this e-file.
Marble or...
You want quartz?
I don't know.
Are any of these your colors?
This one is.
Really? Ooh, actually that looks nice. Do you think it's a little too light?
And this one is.
That's your color.
And that's about it. Well, that one is okay.
Yeah, that one's not bad.
No. No.
You just can't wear coral.
No, I cannot wear coral. It's
on camera, it looks like you could wear it because this just does not show up well on my camera. No.
It looks like blue jeans.
I love this one.
Are we going green?
I don't know. Well, okay, that's what we're gonna try and decide.
I like that mint green, but I don't think it's not me. It's not me. But can you do quartz with those?
You just had a color like this. I can do quartz with these.
I know, but not that one. Not that one.
Quartz and what?
Well, I think you may as well stay in the stones.
Just stay in the stones?
Stay in the stones. Whether it's
I've done
marble,
quartz on you, like twice.
Honey, but okay, you haven't done jade. Let's go green. You haven't done jade.
I don't want to do jade.
Okay, well then rose quartz. Okay, how about geometric designs? What is that?
I don't know. Actually, I think this is like foil, my gosh, what is it? Foil like transfer gel? Why can I not talk?
Do you have that?
Yep. And just use like foils, and then you can embed some flowers.
You can bet, but that's beautiful.
This is really pretty.
That is absolutely beautiful.
The only problem with this is if we're gonna do it in white, I didn't take your pinks off. Color palette would look beautiful like with this as accents. But I don't know if you want color or if you want something more neutral. Let's do something like this. I like this palette. And then like, I don't have the flowers to embed though. Well, so we would have to do like decals.
Decals? Decals. You mean decals.
Some decals. Why is the decal debate so large? I don't get it. Who cares? Why do people care so much? I'm getting sassy in my videos. I need to knock it off.
I'm just applying some of my Fusion's clear base all over the natural nail on my mom's nails. This acts as a barrier between the color and her natural nails so that when I'm filing off at her fill appointments, it won't be that close to her natural nails that I'm filing to get the color off.
These are the only flowers that I found. But I think the reason I like these is because of the greenery, which I don't get from these.
Tiny.
These are really pretty though. I have no idea where I got these from.
Bouquet.
Okay, but I think we're gonna want some nail graphics then because they're the most realistic. The florals.
I like even these vines. Look at that greenery.
Like this would look really pretty.
Oh, that's. I was thinking the same thing, but I'm pointing at the calla lily. But yes, I'd like those.
Yeah, let's do this one.
And this greenery, look at that. Thank you. That looked very green. I didn't know what you were going for.
No, this just as like a little accent. I think we'll see. I don't know. Maybe we'll just because I don't know if you really want to put too much of this in because then it'll pull from what we're actually doing here. But this is what I'll use to make your.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be pulling from the pictures too much, pulling attention away from there too much because you're going to have brighter flowers than what that is.
That's true. That's a good point.
So I don't think you're going to lose that's going to be the attention getter.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, because I really like how this is on the majority of nails.
Yes.
So I think I want to try and do something like that instead of doing an accent nail. So even do like this, this, and this as the florals, and then this and this with just crystals and this color.
So you know you can do crystal on this one. Crystal here, crystal on the thumb. You just can't do it on these two fingers.
What? You're limiting 2 fingers now? I thought it was just this one.
No. I got rid of my Velcro shoes, so I need these two.
You brought that up in videos before, haven't you?
Only one
The Velcro shoes.
Only
okay.
one time.
You guys are going to have to go back and watch some other videos to hear what we're talking about.
Every nail is quartz, are they not?
No, not this one. I want this one as just this plain color.
Okay. This is going to look so different with not having the bold colors that I usually do.
I think you'll like it though.
Oh, I will. It's going to look very elegant.
The color that I'm using all over her ring finger is Talk Dirt to Me from Light Elegance. It came out in their new spring collection. It's a really nice kind of vanilla buttercream type of color, but it's a lot lighter than Light Elegance's Vanilla Bean. And I'm just using the Ellie gel polish brush, no, oval number 6 brush to apply this all over the nail. And if I get some on like running into her sidewalls or anything, what I will do is I will take a dotting tool and I will just swipe down the side to remove it. And I find that works really well.
Love this color. I actually can't believe I didn't put marshmallow in my favorites video. I feel like it might have been in my first favorites though. No, I don't think I do. Yeah, if I would have known we were using a see-through color like this, I would have taken your product down a little bit more. You know what would look really good on top of this though? Maybe some lace.
Bright white?
Yeah.
Nice.
That would cover up some of that red and gold that I left. Like even if we did the quartz and then the lace on top of it.
Okay.
Would that look pretty or is that too much?
I don't know, honey. We never care about too much, honey.
This is true.
We never did end up using a lace stamp on top, though I think it would have looked really pretty, and in all honesty, I completely even forgot about this idea when it came time to doing it later on. But I'm just putting marshmallow on the rest of the nails, and I don't mind if it's like see-through because I knew I was going to be covering it up with like the quartz technique anyways, so even though some of the colors are showing through, it's not overly a huge deal, though like I had mentioned, had I known we were going to be doing this color initially when I was filing, I would have tried to remove some of the color a little bit more. Our next step after those are cured is to remove the dispersion layer because we're going to take some of our Apres white alcohol ink and we're going to do like jaggedy lines across here to kind of make it look more like quartz. You guys have seen me do this in a tutorial before and I love the white one. If you're looking at getting just one Apres alcohol ink, this would be my recommendation because I just feel like it's so versatile and I want to go kind of back and forth and do like a shaking motion on these, but I don't want them to be like too bright. That was one thing that I feel like was kind of my mistake is I wish I would have sheared these out a little bit more, and you can do that by taking either alcohol or the blending fluid and kind of shearing them out, which is something that I didn't end up doing in this video, but I knew that I was going to be layering them up, which is why I am embedding the alcohol ink for this particular similar process. And then we're going to go in and do our encapsulation and go and do another layered look on top of it too. But I love embedding the alcohol inks because it looks like three-dimensional and gives a lot of layers to it as well. Sure you are going in different directions as well as creating different textures by moving the brush a kind of wavy, as well as adding different pressures to the brush. So if you do like a light pressure, it's going to be a little bit more runny, whereas if you push down, it's going to be a little bit more jagged. After I let those dry, I'm just going to go in with a thin layer of the marshmallow as well. This is going to make the alcohol ink look a little bit more cloudy and kind of blend together. I recommend using an old brush for this, not your everyday brush, because some of the alcohol ink might bleed onto your brush. The decals that I'm using are from a company called Nail Graphics, and they, I believe, no longer exist. But back in the day when they first came out, they're super, super sticky. They are fantastic for using with nails. But essentially, you could use any type of decals or water decals or something like that for this. And doing that thin layer of gel down as well before you do this will help them adhere a bit better. Refer back to my nail art tips video that I have. I'll leave it linked in the description box below on how to work with water decals, because that would work really well for this design as well. And when I'm using these actual sticky decals versus water decals, I like to use a silicone brush to kind of push them down. This way I find they stick a little bit better to the nail. I also, once they are completely stuck down as best as I can get them, I'm going to go in with a thin layer of gel to kind of surround it. And I'm not trying to build my structure here. All I'm doing is just painting a little bit of gel and curing it, so that way it lays nice and flat before I go in with my structured gel to build like my apex and everything. With the other white quartz nails, I'm going to do the same technique using some of the other decals. Sometimes I like to mix it up and use a couple of the smaller ones or stay with some of the bigger ones as well. But if I use the smaller ones, I don't find that I need to do the thin layer of gel down first. I can just go right in with my building layer. I also really like the way this greenery looked and decided to put this all across her pinky nail too. So when you're going to go in with decals that kind of hang off the edge like this, whether it is something like these Nail Graphics or other decals or water decals, I just like to cut the edge off and try my best to take as much off as possible so that it doesn't overhang, because if it overhangs, your gel's not going to adhere to your nail very well. After the gel has cured, we are going to go in with our finish file and just file these to shape. As you can see here, some of the decal got a little bit filed off, but it's not the end of the world because we are going to go in and do some more alcohol art on top of it. For the alcohol inks, I'm going to do the exact same technique, but I'm trying to make it look way more sheer because I don't want to cover up those decals that we have embedded. And if I can offer one suggestion to you guys, if you're going to do a similar idea with this, go a little bit more sheer than I did. Maybe even take some of your blending fluid and blend these out a little bit more, which I tried, but it took a little bit too much away. Another thing I would do is when this is all completely said and done, if I was to do this again, is I would go in with a really, really fine detail brush and try and accent and highlight some of those harsher lines here as well. When this is all done, these were just some things that I was kind of looking at after that I could have maybe improved on, and I wanted to pass on those suggestions to you guys if you're going to try this as well.
We should have done them all like this instead of that I Talk Dirt to Me color. I feel like it kind of just, you're like, what? Do I want to do lace on these or no?
I don't think so.
No, just leave them?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, we'll just do some crystal cluster. Whenever I need crystal color inspiration or crystal design inspiration, she's who I go to.
Oh, I like that.
Pretty. She's just so talented with her crystals. The problem is I don't have a ton of these like unique stones. But like even this, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll grab the title of this. My mom picks her nails.
Really kind of can't, huh?
That was my original plan.
Mom tried to.
Did you though? I feel like you didn't even come up with a design.
All I said was stone and marble, so yay, I win.
I apologize, you guys. I was filming this all completely out of focus, so this part is now in focus. But in the middle, I just have a silver ring, and then the crystal size in the center of it is a 16, but I think it's too big. I would recommend going with a 12 because I'm pretty sure a 12 fits perfectly inside those rings. And then on the outside, I'm doing some 9s as well as some 7s, and just kind of doing different crystals surrounding it just to try and replicate what Steph did in her crystal cluster design. If you guys aren't following her on Instagram, definitely do, because she is great for a different type of marble inspiration. She does some really great hand painted characters and Swarovski crystal placement. She is like the queen of Swarovski crystal placement, and I love trying to replicate what she does. Decided to take a smaller silver ring right at the tip of the crystal cluster. I didn't have like a bigger size than the one that I used, and I just put an SS5 in it and it worked really well, and then just put like an arrow embellishment at the top as well. I really like how this crystal design turned out though. It was something completely unique than anything that I've ever done or would have thought to come up with as well. Last thing that I'm going to do is just top gloss my nail design. Now I think these nails would look great matte. My mom wanted them shiny, which I'm a-okay with, but I do think this design would have looked really great matte, or Magic Gel has like a milky top gloss, which also would have worked and looked really nice on top of this as well. But again, if I could go back and kind of adjust this design a little bit, I would have added a little bit more bolder white accents on the quartz nails and made them kind of stand out a little bit more. And I would have sheared things out a little bit more too, because I didn't really like that the quartz kind of looked like the milk nails. I don't know. I think I would have liked to define the quartz a little bit more to kind of distinguish between these looking like milk bath nails and quartz nails, if that makes sense. But thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope to give you something different to kind of try with your nails, as well as maybe try and do like some embedded florals with quartz. I thought it turned out really cool, and I'm glad that my mom finally has some new nails. But make sure you guys are following me on all my social media, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!